begins to me. Let our voice be lifted. He truly deserves all praises. We gotta obey everything he says. Only his word will keep you safe. And if you should stumble and fall, just repent with all of your heart. Yeah. All of your heart. All of your heart. Just repent with all of your heart. Sing it every praise and praise. Sing it every praise. Hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Sing it every praise and praise. Sing it every praise now. Saying hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Open up your mouth and let your praise come out. We're gonna sing, we're gonna dance, we're gonna cry with a shout. See, I'm not a cop, so put your hands up. A chosen group of people, when we gather, we erupt. We the 4-5 Judah, the seed of Jacob. Inbred in a DNA, we can't make it up. We're gonna dance like God, we above the most day. Singing worship, uplift them all day. So put your right foot in and take your left foot out. When that rule I hit your soul, you're gonna move without a doubt. You worthy of a praise, get on the floor and don't be a coward. Let your head rise, bloom up like a flower. We're gonna jump like Lord, praise the Father up above. Let the Spirit hit your bone, lift your voice like a dove. When we come together, that's nothing but love. Mr. God, when we get together, that's love. Singing every praise and praise. Singing every praise. Hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Singing every praise and praise. Singing every praise. Saying hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Wake up with a song to the praise. Can I praise your holy name? Jehovah is his name. I'm a servant trying to host the throne. We can't approach me wrong, let alone approaching the throne. Set fire till the smoke be gone. There's a light there because it won't be long. When the Father come back, we're singing worship songs. Still, this is what the true prophets wrote. Yeah, gotta give him all his glory, hallelujah. I put my trust in my Father for my soul. Who I cry for, I'm a very cool. Israel, praise his holy name while we move night. They acting like they didn't get the window. This is all preparation for the 144. They all going down like it was Jericho. Every last one of us is this last miracle. Singing every praise and praise. Singing every praise. Hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. Singing every praise and praise. Singing every praise. Saying hallelujah. Saying hallelujah. We're singing every praise now. We're singing every praise now. And we're saying hallelujah. And we're saying hallelujah. We're singing every praise now. We're singing and we're praising him. And we're saying hallelujah. And we're saying hallelujah.
Kimbo, TATA NZAMBI Amazulu. All praise to the Most High, CMA family, Betwabu. Haven't been before you guys in a while. I was kind of doing on a little spiritual journey, and actually that's part of what I want to talk about today is encourage my people. I was actually doing 40 days 40 nights fast, no food. I had water, I had some juice. I probably had during that time I had 3 Gatorades, about 5 energy drinks during that whole 40 days 40 nights. And I have this mixture that I was drinking. It's got cayenne pepper, it has lemons, it has no salt, it has pink Himalayan salt, and then it has baking soda. But that's to keep your electrolytes up. That's to keep your kidneys going well. So during the 40-day fast, that's what I would have. Like during that whole time, the number of Gatorades I had, That was over the whole period. Now, not every day. That was just the whole time during the whole 40 days. The number of energy drinks I had, and I'm telling you, it was a journey. 40 days, 40 nights. That's the longest I ever been. And I'm coming on here to tell you and to encourage some people, because how do we know that Yesiah went on a 40 days, 40 nights into the wilderness? Except he told us. Nobody went in there with him. When he came out, he told his disciples, or he told whoever that wrote it down. That's how we know it happened. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that journey. Of course, I still had to work during those 40 days. It was not easy at all. Not at all. I still had to work, and I'm a trainer. You see, I'm here at the park. You see, I'm outside, and we had most of those days were like 90 something degrees. Normally I love the heat, and I welcome the heat. I love it. But when you have no food in you, barely even drinking anything, man, it was tough. It was tough. And there were days where, so I'm gonna kind of explain. So around the first, I don't know, about the 7th day, your hunger it goes away, but your energy's still kind of low. But so your body's going through this up and down cycle or experience. So you having like days where you feeling energized, and then days where you feeling down. But around the 7th day, my hunger went away. But around day 23, 24, 25, I got it written down, but I don't know what day exactly it is off the top of my head. But my hunger came back. Man, I wanted to eat up everything. But what I did, and some days, I would chew gum because I'm around my clients, people, and your mouth is extremely dry and yucky. So I would have gum, and so that day I was like really chewing, chump, and it probably made it worse. And I almost felt like, man, I was tripping, because the longest I ever went without food was 21 days before that, which was earlier this year. So my body was going through some things, and I knew about what I weighed when I started. Because I wasn't doing this for weight loss. But probably around day 30 or so, I just started checking my weight, because it was already kind of started to become noticeable. But I started checking my weight to see where I was. And so by the end of it, I ended up being like 45 pounds lighter. And for me, that's a benefit. But for me, being a proud man of my strength, I'm humble about it. But for being a proud man of my strength, you take a little hit to your pride a little bit, because you're not as strong. You lose a lot of strength because you don't have energy. And you're losing weight. So, it's a humbling experience in a lot of ways. I'll just say that. In a lot of ways, it's humbling. And you be thinking like, you're gonna be having all these super spiritual experiences. Like, don't get me wrong, I had some great spiritual experiences, which I'm gonna share, but most days were just like normal. You know what I'm saying? And then normal, along with the battle of not eating. It was definitely a test. And the Most High definitely spoke some things to me. I had a visitation from Maliki in my dream. It was in a dream. So yeah, definitely. Not really kind of what I expected, but I've never been that long. But I'm gonna read a few scriptures um, about. Actually, let's go ahead and go there. But I just wanna what I wanna do is just explain to the people, like, and encourage you to push yourself in fasting and praying. It don't have to be 40 days, 40 nights, but hey, if you can, more power to you. More power to you. I say the Most High will honor you in whatever you do, give up for Him. But I'll say this: everybody's different, but there's different types of fast. But I say, if I'm not mistaken, when I looked it up a while back, fasting means to cover your mouth. That means you don't let food in. You don't eat food, but you're not supposed to go too many days without water, because your body, needs water to survive. You can go without food, but water, definitely you can't go too many days. It's good to do some dry fasting, but you can't go too many days without water. So you have to be careful, be wise in doing that. Um, but during this fast, even though I was drinking, other things some days, toward the end, because I wasn't drinking a lot of anything, not even water. Toward the end, my kidneys started hurting, and my urine got real dark brown. Like, yeah. So, and that's because I wasn't drinking enough of anything. Even though I had some Gatorade, those things I said to you, my kidneys started hurting, and my urine got real dark. So I had to kind of push it some days and really, really drink, because honestly, it's a test. Fasting that long is a test. Let's see. We're gonna go to the book of Luke, chapter 4, I believe. Yeah. Luke chapter 4. We're gonna start at verse 1. Let me. So I actually so it was a couple of people who knew about my fast. I told my brother Jonathan Shilumbo. He actually, to be honest with you, he was very instrumental in, he didn't come to me, like, bro, you need to fast 40 days. But he did a video called Spiritual Frustration. I've talked about this before. And in last year, sometime around, I don't know, September, October, November-ish, somewhere in that time frame. But he was talking about pushing and fasting and prayer, how you get spiritually frustrated, and it's time to push in fasting and prayer. And so after I heard that message, I was like, yeah, man, I definitely identify with that strongly. And that message did something to me. It pushed me. So after that, this year I've done 21-day fast. It was either a 13 or 14-day fast. I think it was 14. It might have been 13. I took a day off and did one more to make it 14. And then just this one, the 40 days. And I plan to, keep it going, So the point is to push and prove to the Most High, how bad I want Him. And that message did inspire me, and it pushed me. Like, this is the most I've ever fasted in my life. I fasted before 3 days, The longest I ever went before the 21 day was 7 days. A day here, 2 days there, But never this much in a year, in any year. And I've already surpassed this year combined already. I've already surpassed the number of days I've ever done in any year, and we're only like 6 months in. But those are, I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm saying once I heard that message, it pushed me. It pushed me, and I'm hoping that this message will push some of you and inspire some of you, and hopefully you can get something from this, and it'll make you lock in to get to that point of, I need the Most High. I need to seek His face, and He honors it. Again, I said, look, I'm gonna talk about some of the ups and downs of it. But anyway, shout out to my brother Jonathan. Shout out, it's my brother, man. He's a real friend. We talk about every day. I mean, pretty much every day. Yeah, you can say every day. We're gonna send a message to each other, a voice note or something, every day, man. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be on YouTube, to be honest with you. I was never a social media guy, never was into that type stuff. Honestly, I've gotten more comfortable with this over the time, the last few months since I started doing this. But honestly, I'm not a guy who likes doing a bunch of talking. I like action. I like action, and I don't like, because I always feel like this. Even though I've drawn a lot of inspiration from others on YouTube and and I appreciate, I'm glad they were on there. I'm just me, myself. I always feel like anybody can get on YouTube and create a channel and do these things, and start talking before the camera. That was just my attitude toward it. And I was like, man, I want to be a man of power. I want to be able to interact with the people, with clients, be able to speak truth to them, be able to speak truth to, my boss on my other job, these things, without fear, because some guys get on this YouTube and they bold as a lion. You see them in person, it's like they're a mouse, you know what I'm saying? But, and they don't do any work outside with the people. So, if Yesaya was on earth, I think he would be doing a little bit of both. But mainly out there with the people, interacting with the people. So I never really wanted to get on YouTube. I never really wanted to do videos. This wasn't my thing. But Jonathan, Brother Yanata, he pushed me. He motivated me. And honestly, actually, my pastor friend of mine for years was telling me, you need to get on YouTube. You need to go social media. Get on Facebook. Do these things and make videos. They need to hear what you got to say. And so I would tell them that's not my personality, man. That's not me. I don't have a personality like that. So it never was my thing. But I thank the Most High for using Brothers Yanata to push me and to awaken, I guess you could say, that part of me to step out, and the lockdown kind of force that in a lot of ways too, so the Most High knows what He's doing. All praise to the Most High. I'll say this. So me coming to the platform, YouTube, I'm thankful for, the people that listen, the subscribers and this and that. But I didn't come here for that. And I may say some things today, so I might lose some subscribers. So my point is, I don't care. I don't care about subscribers. I don't care. I didn't come here for that. I came to preach the message. If people come by and listen to the video and they never subscribe, fine. That's beautiful. I mean, as long as you hear it, if people come on here and put a bunch of thumbs down, listen, the call on my life has been a call of rejection. So if somebody putting thumbs down, unsubscribing, man, I don't care. I really don't. I really don't. But for you who are here, I just say I appreciate you. I'm not talking bad to you or down to you or anything like that. I'm just letting you know I don't. It's not me. You know, if I lost all my viewers and everything, I'd be like, okay, Mosai, you don't want me to do that no more, so now I move on. And I'd probably be like, thank you. Didn't want to do it anyway. but but um, I love my people. I really do. And coming on here has helped me to reach some of them, you know, and um, to reach people I can reach in person because I'm here. I'm in one location, so definitely uh, grateful to the Most High because there's people all like. If it weren't for YouTube, I would have never met Brother Yonata. I wouldn't have found because I'm not on Facebook. Uh, I don't do social media like that. I actually started an Instagram page to promote my business, but I really don't even keep up with that. But so I'm working on that business wise, but um, just not my thing. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to make it do better. But I'm gonna try to be my um like do my best to always. I'm always speak truth, and I hope it comes out. I'm gonna do my best so that it comes off in a way that you understand it. Uh, but I don't. I'm not. You know, prophets don't come to make friends. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody, you know, from my past that knows me that may come on here, they'll tell you I'm not calling. Just trying to use a title to call myself prophet. You know, if you go look at my videos, you'll see some of the testimonies. But at the same time, for years, I wouldn't even allow people to call me that. Even when I was in church, I wouldn't allow. Just say, call me brother, call me brother. But the Most High actually brought a rebuke to me, and say, you know, you call yourself what I tell you to call you. You call what I tell you. You are who I say you are. You know, and I understood in a sense why he told me to stop telling people that. You know, stop telling people that because he wanted people to know when he sent his prophets. He wants them to know I am sending you a prophet, and he wants them to know. So to be saying, "Oh no, I'm not," you know, and some humility is not just being this nice guy and this and that. It's obeying the Most High. To be a humble brother is to obey the Most High. To be a humble brother is not to be exalting yourself, but to exalt the Most High. And that's what um, I hope I've been doing. And that's what I've never tried to push myself into a position. I ran for years from my calling, you know. So no matter where I was not looking for a position. I was running. I didn't want to. But um, and it's funny how when you finally grow up and you know start obeying the Most High, you come to doing what He said. People don't know your story, and they'll think you're trying to exalt yourself, or you're this and this and that. You're looking for all these things, but they don't know you. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know that you ran. They don't know that you didn't want this. But people always try to put labels and titles on others. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High delivered me years ago from man. You know what I'm saying? From what man thinks of me. You know what I'm saying? He delivered me from that. Now, does that mean I'm gonna just come on here and beat everybody up and be rude and be no, because I don't want to treat nobody the way I don't want to be treated. So I'm gonna try to treat you the way that I want to be treated. I'm gonna try to speak to people the way I want to be treated. I'm a straight up brother. I'm a straight up brother. What I like my pastor friend used to call me. He would say, "You a man's man," you know. And that's what I am. A man's man. I hate. Anyway, that's another subject. I'll get on that in a minute. But let's get on these scripts, and I'm gonna kind of break down to you the best way I can about the my journey and how I can uh, you know, find in the script the parallels with the Messiah and different ones here. So we'll start Luke chapter 4, verse 1. So y'all forgive me if I sound a little bit low energy. I've been eating today though. I'm eating. Started eating yesterday, but my energy is not. It ain't gonna be there. It's my body gonna take a little while to adapt and adjust and to regain my strength and my energy. You know. But anyway, so it says, and Isaiah, being full of this wonder, returned from Jordan and was led by the Mwanda into the wilderness. Did you hear that? He was led by the Mwanda into the wilderness. If you look at probably in most of our Bibles, you see it'll say the temptation of Isaiah. So these 40 days were not for just this awesome elevation. Oh, I'm just gonna be this great spiritual person. It's a time of testing, and of course you know I'm not Yesaya. So the way he passed it in flying colors, I'm not gonna say I passed it in flying colors, but I endured. I endured. It says being 40 days tempted of the devil, Shaitani, and in those days he did eat nothing, and when they were ended, he afterward hungered. So it says it right there in the script that the 40 days he was tempted of the enemy. And I would say during this 40 days, I started seeing stuff in myself because I'm a calm, cool dude until I'm riled up. I would tell, look, tell anybody, I'm a man. You know, I'm on YouTube talking to this camera, so it's not like you're not gonna see that side of me all the time just to sit here and talking to a camera. But I've spoken in other videos. I told you, if you get me riled up, I'm like another person. But I don't mess with people. I don't bother people. Don't bother me. I won't bother you. Um, um, don't bother my family. I won't bother you. Don't bother my friends. I won't bother you. But you know, I say this. I can show you better than I can tell you. I'm a man and I'm a warrior. That's why the Most High had me change my name. Part of the reason the Most High had me change my name to Dawidi Ben Congo, David the son of Congo in English, son of Congo. Because I am a proud son of Congo. Um, um, but I don't fake who I am or anything. If you go look at the interviews with me and Jonathan, I say the reason I fast is because I know me. I'm a man. I was born into this world. I wasn't born into Yesaya. I was in the world. You know, I gave my life the Most High at 19 years old. For you that don't know, I told you I just look young. I'm 40. I'll be 41 next month. The 21st of next month, I'll be 41. So I might just look like a kid. I look like I'm young. I might look like I'm in my like some people think I'm in my mid to late 20s, but nah, I'm a full grown man. And so But that's so you know, this melanin it don't crack, and the black don't crack. And if you just take care of yourself, you know, um, most I forbid you have any accidents in this. And if you take care of yourself, you stay long, you stay young. Exercise, try to eat right. See, I gotta do better with that part. But you you stay young looking. But anyway, I'm like I said, I'm almost 41 years old, so I don't play with people's children. And I'm talking about these childish people, childish grown folk. You know, I don't play these little games. You know. But anyway, like I was saying, I will tell you who I am. Nobody has a hell, lake of fire, or a kingdom to put me in. That's Yesiah. And that's why I tell you, look, if you're offended by anything I say, you know, you can unsubscribe, turn the video off. I ain't here for that. I'm here to speak the truth because I love my people, and I want my people um to get it right. Even if you get mad at me and you turn the channel off, you unsubscribe, but later on you start thinking about some of the things I said, and it pushes you to get closer to the Most High. Then I've done my job. You know what I'm saying? I've done my job because I'm not here for that. I'm gonna say it repeatedly. I'm not here for that. So during the 40 days, all the things that like you think you go into this, you know, some probably in the back of our minds we think, okay, 40 days of fasting and praying and confessing my sins and this and that, this stuff is just gonna go away. But no, Yesiah was here in the flesh. It says, verse 2, being 40 days tempted of the devil. You get what I'm saying? It says he was tempted for 40 days. So the enemy was looking for stuff, and he was in the flesh. The enemy was looking for weaknesses in him. Of course, he found nothing in Yesiah, but in us, there are things in us. There are things in us that um yo Yay, sorry family. I had a brother out here at the park, football player. He's a trainer too. He's out here coaching up young football players. So I had to go help him record real quick. So sorry if it looked like my train of thought broken a little bit, but I try to get back on it. Oh yeah. I think I was talking about, you know, my the sins, the stuff in us that's, you know, still there. You know, you think you're gonna be in this super spiritual place and your sins gonna be going away, but they're not. They're still there. You know, so the battle is a life battle. Just to be honest with you, you may get stronger from the fast, and it may catapult you to another level, which I believe that's what's happening to me. But you still gonna have to fight this flesh because you in the world. You're in this body. Until the Most High change this body, um, it's always gonna be a battle. You know, I remember I don't like TD Jakes like that. Actually, I don't listen to him at all. But I remember years ago, he was talking. He said he was talking to a 75-year-old man, and he asked the 75-year-old man. He said, How old was it? He said, how old were you when you stopped wrestling with lust? How old were you? The 75-year-old man said, you gotta ask somebody older than me. Cause he said he still was battling. My point is, you know, and his point was like, at 75, he still was battling with it. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you walk in it. That don't mean you bow down to it. But you, um, you, uh, you You tell it to get behind you. You rebuke it. You fight against it. You fast. You pray. It's a lifelong battle. And you know, good pastor friend of mine, real brother, been married 40 something years, 46 years, probably 47 now, and still. So that's for real men, for the girly men, the castrated men, the men that want to lie and pretend um like they up there in the clouds and they never battle with lust, and I'm gonna fast and pray for you, brother. That ain't for you. If you that brother, it ain't for you. Um, it's for real brothers, brothers who got real battles. When I look at Dawidi in the Bible, I love Dawidi, man. That was a real brother, and the one that had his story, all his awesomeness, his battles, all these things were placed in the script for us to read to understand that depravity that we have and the battles of this flesh. And he was a man after the Most High's own heart. For years, I prayed Most High to make me a man after your own heart, because I could see the parallels between me and Dawidi. You know, and the Most High brought some awesome confirmation during this during this time. Some of them I might testify during this video, might not. I don't know yet. We'll see. But it says, oh yeah, like I was saying, some of these brothers be acting like they holier than thou. Look, I just finished 40 days, 40 nights of fasting and prayer, and I'm still not holier than thou. Still not. It didn't make me a better. I'm better than you now. It didn't make me that. I've listened to a couple brothers doing videos, and they get on here and they talk about, you know, other people on Instagram liking. They see brothers on Instagram who's supposed to be in this truth liking pictures of half naked women, or basically pornography, they say. Now, I'm on Instagram for my business, like I said, but I have friends and my clients and stuff. Those are my friends. And there's a couple more people that I added, you know, whatever, and that I follow in the fitness industry and these things. The only way you know if somebody else is liking videos of half naked women, or videos of what you call porn or whatever, is if you clicking on it. But you on here trying to rebuke other people. So I'm putting you on blast. The only way you know that if you clicking on it. It shows you who your friends are that like these people videos, but it gives you a number of likes for each video. And then if one of your friends liked it, it'll say your friend or somebody who follows you, it'll say they liked it, and that's the only way you will know that they liked it, if you click on it. But you acting holier than thou. So if I go on there now, if I click on an exercise video or a food video, if one of my followers or friends or whatever also like the video, it'll tell me that they liked it. So that's the only way you know, is if you click on it. So that means you watching half naked people, you watching the porn. So cut out the self-righteous, elitist, whatever this is you think you are, because you ain't. You ain't fooling nobody. Certainly not me. I see through you, and there's others who see through you. But you want to go after your brothers and their weaknesses like you got it together. No, man. Fast and pray for your brothers, and stop all this false, this phoniness, because that's what it is. You just phony. But anyway, I don't. My wife will tell you I don't do phony. She'll tell you that. I told her, she knows that when I first met her, look, I don't do phony. Me and phony do not get along. I'd rather be around, and I tell Brother Giannis this. I said, bro, I'd rather be around, the athletes, guys in the weight room, uh, people like that who just being real, being themselves, than some of these, people in this awakening, these church folk, these awakened Hebrews. I'd rather be around those athletes than these people. And when I get around them, I'm still myself. I'm still speaking this truth. I'm still letting them know who they are. And they can come on. Some of them come right here and testify. Right here where I live, they come on here and testify. If you're watching this video, my brother Graham, my brother Rodney, Yannick, different ones. You can go on and on. I'm myself. I'm still walking righteous, but I'd rather be around them. I'd rather be around the sinners than some of you religious folk. Because at least they being themselves. At least they being real. But anyway. And it said, and the enemy, verse 3, the enemy, and the devil said unto him, if you be the son of TATA NZAMBI, command this stone that it be made bread. Look, nah, I wouldn't have done it. But Yesai is a strong. He's Congo. He's our example, and he's the standard. He's the one we want to get to his level. We ain't there. Even at 4 days, 40 nights don't make you there. If I did 100 days, I still wouldn't be there. And he said, so notice, the enemy comes and he tempts. He said, if you be the son of Elimo, prove it with your power. The thing is, a lot of times, and even in this awakening, I've seen, the enemy try to come after me. I was talking to my best friend since the 3rd grade. Same best friend. Never betrayed one another. We always been there for one another. We don't talk every day. Every time we go weeks at a time, we don't talk. But when we come back together, it's like we got a connection beyond, just the flesh, I guess you could say. It's a real friendship. We've been months without talking. We come together just like we were just talking yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And just life catches up. Sometimes we just get busy. But the real friend, real brother. Shout out to my bro Walter Bernard MacArthur. We call him Gruder, Big Gruder. Played ball with him in high school. Powerful brother. Been married now, him and his wife, since about 18, 19 years now. Going on 18, 19 years. So yeah. Was it good? Was all right?
Yeah, it's great.
All right. So, y'all forgive me. I lost my train of thought. Look, that's another thing too. You think you don't have all that clarity you think you have because you fast. Maybe in the first few days you probably feel, oh man, I got clarity, but then your brain needs energy. It needs food. It needs those calories to function fully. So, not that mine was functioning at a high capacity anyway, but just saying. So I'm eating again. I'm re-energizing. So y'all forgive me. So as I come on, my energy start coming back. My sharpness will come back. Don't worry. Don't worry. I ain't crazy. Maybe a little bit, but anyway. Uh, but my point, that's my bro, the real brother. You know what I'm saying? A real brother. Um, um, I love him. Now I gained a new brother. Brother Yanata. Good brother. Love him. Um, I feel that David Dawidi Yanata connection from the scriptures. I feel that. When me and him talking, man, it's just like I almost feel like I've known the guy forever. But so we were knitted in spirit. This is the work of the Most High, not some work of the flesh, not something that and anybody that know my wife will tell you I don't have many friends like that. I love people, but friends like that, I don't have many like that. And people that know, man, I'm a loyal friend. The ones who I've been friends with, I'm a loyal friend. I've been there, for them the best I could. We've been there for one another. But Walter McCarthy, he's my best friend. Since third grade. Um, so yeah, my point. Sometimes we come, the enemy asks him, if you be the son of Tata or Vilimo, prove who you are. And sometimes we feel like we need to get on here and prove who we are, bash others to make ourselves look good, but I'm not gonna do that. Neither one. The Most High, like I'll try to help you to get to know me. And if you want to know me further, then reach out. I ain't gonna put my number on up there, but you can reach out through. I'll put my email, and then I'll give you my number through the email, and we can talk. If you want to do FaceTime, whatever, WhatsApp, we can talk. If you nearby me, I come. We can talk face to face. Mano y mano. You got a problem with me? I'm right here, man. That's one. If anything, I prove to you is I'm a man. But you interact with me, you'll see that for yourself. But but I'm not gonna come over here and try to prove who I am. The most I gonna prove who I am. And so that's what the enemy, he's trying to get him. If you be the son of, if you are who you say you are, prove it. Show your powers. And a lot of people get on here and that's what they do. They're trying to exalt themselves. They're trying to draw people to themselves. And then some of them using different tactics. I noticed that people using tactics that I saw. All right, my bro, take it easy, bro. Using tactics that I saw even in the church. You'll see them. Most the church is full of women. The assemblies are full of women. The YouTube subscribers, if you can go to, if you got videos, you can go to your analytics and this and that, it'll break down. It'll show you most of the women who subscribe to these channels, most of the people who subscribe to these channels are women. And so what happens is, and these women, this is a message to you. Again, I love my women. I love my wife. I love my mom. I've never disrespected either one of them. My mama get on my nerves sometimes when she get to smothering me. Like, Mom, please, can I breathe? And my wife, she's my wife. Husband and wife, you go through things, you have ups and downs. But I've never talked down to my wife. I've never cheated on my wife. I don't physically abuse my wife. I don't use verbally abusive language to my wife. But I'm a man. Like, my wife start talking crazy to me, I'm going to let her, no, you're not talking crazy to me. You talk crazy to me, I'm going to talk crazy to you. But either way, I'm not going to call her out of her name. I'm not going to be verbally abusive, any of that. So, and I have a daughter. I had 2 daughters. I was raised by my mom, my stepdad. So, and I love my grandma. So, I love my women. I respect women. I was raised by my mom. So, hey, my stepdad taught me to respect women. I remember me and my step bro and my bro, we've been together since we were like since I was 11. So he's my bro, my brother. Remember we came in there with Snoop Dogg one time bumping his music. We was about, I don't know, I was like 12, 13. And we bumping his music and he's talking about, women's body parts and this and that. Man, we thought we act like, oh, he gonna be cool with it. Man, he ripped us a new one. You got your mama and your sister in here and you up here playing this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So we learned early. Don't disrespect women like that. Don't disrespect women like that. So anyway, the church full of women. Assembly full of women. YouTube videos full of women. Let me ask a question. I want you to answer honestly to yourselves. Women, answer me honestly. Is the church... No, answer to yourself. You can put it in the comments if you want to. Is the church messed up? Is it full of sin? Some of you probably already picked up where I'm going. Is it full of sin? We see sin running rampant in the church for years. The church is in a dead state, I guess you could say. You come to the assembly, you'll see some of the same things. And it's full of women. So these brothers come on here, or they get in the pulpits, and they patronize you women. They pander to you. They cater to you, to the women, so that the women will be drawn to them. And then they call themselves rebuking everything the man does or everything men do, never correcting the women. But the church full of women. The assembly's full of women. YouTube videos full of women. Women, don't think I'm bashing you. I'm just so you also don't go. The Most High didn't say everybody going to the lake, just men going to the lake of fire. Women also. Don't let these brothers come softening you up, not telling you about your sins, and you stand before the Most High and get thrown into the lake of fire. Don't let them do that, because it's one of their little tricks to draw you in. They don't tell you about your problem, your sin. They let you play the victim. And you at home not treating your husband with respect. You're not loving your husband. You looking at a YouTube man, admiring him, looking at your husband, comparing your husband to him. Looking at a brother in the pulpit, you comparing your husband to him. And you treating your husband like crap at home. You walk around with an attitude. You withholding was sex from him. You develop an emotional attachment to the YouTube video man. Hey, man. Yo, hold up. Yeah, family, I just wanted to continue my thoughts. It was actually yesterday. I was kind of lost track of time. My client showed up. Well, first of all, brother out here, he saw me doing the videos, and he saw me with my Bible open. He wanted me, the brother that was I was filming for him, for the kid that was in the football drills. He saw me with my Bible open, talking to the camera or whatever, so he wanted to know what I was talking about. So I got a chance to share this message with him, about who we were. So, hey, all praise to the Most High. But I was in the midst, and I was gonna get back on, but my client showed up, so I kind of lost track of time there. But just a continuation of the my thought, and then talk a little bit more about some of the experiences on the 40-day fast, and how it compares, the things you go through during the fast, and looking at it scripturally through, Isaiah's lens, when he went through when the enemy was tempting him. But finishing my thought, basically, I was just saying, to our women, I love you, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Just like I am with the brothers, my brothers need to step up and take their place, and our women, have been holding us down. But I was just talking about how our women are allowing men to come in on YouTube, in the pulpits, in the assemblies, different places, to lead them, and they're drawn to these brothers, and these brothers know tactics to get women to come in, and they never correct you and tell you about your sins. This is why we need strong mothers, strong big sisters. I like though. Kind of like, I love those. I love talking to elders. I love talking to older people. I love sitting in their presence, just talking to them. But see, I can get along with them, the elders. I love talking to the elders. Loved my stepdad was I don't know if I mentioned this video, 20 years older than my mom, So so I don't know. I'm sure I took on a lot of his spirit, but my thing is the people. So I'm like, in a way, I'm like a bridge between the old and the young. I get along with the young. I get along with people in the streets, athletes, the elders. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with anybody, but I don't do phony. And a lot of times, a lot of religious people, I'm gonna be honest with you, and don't take this like, oh, you don't like being around us, people who love Isaiah. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm gonna talk about the phony, up in the air, I'm greater than you, better than you, I don't have no sins, everybody else the problem, everybody else got problems, pharisaical, I'm elite, you're not, I'm the bougie, or whatever you want to call it, of the awakening. This is my people like that. I ain't got time for that. So, and neither did Isaiah. Isaiah was with the sinners. The elites criticized him for that. The religious folk criticized him for that. The Pharisees criticized him for that. So, those who are well have no need of physicians, of a physician. If you got it all together, I mean, I don't need to be around you. So, anyway, but we need the elders to help the men, to show them how to love their wives, how to get themselves for their wives like they should, and also We need our women, elder women, to teach our women how to love their husbands. The scriptures say that. You know, the older women teach the women how to love their husband. It's almost talk like it's guaranteed that these things, like women automatically just love and know how to love their husbands. If it was so, then the scripture wouldn't have said for the older women to teach them how to love their husbands. You know what I'm saying? And we need the elders to do the same with the men, to teach them how to be men. So we both, on both sides, need to be taught. But don't let these brothers come in here trying to draw you in, you know, making it seem like they're just taking up for you because you just so battered and abused. Look, all of our people have been battered and abused, both men and women. All of us. But they really don't want the man to step up and take his place. They don't mind the church being full of women, but let that thing get full of men. Then you're gonna see COINTELPRO. If it was women, they ain't gonna COINTELPRO that. The church full of women. They don't COINTELPRO that, but let it come full of men. Look at Farrakhan and these guys. You best believe they've sent people amongst them. You know what I'm saying? Amongst them. I'm sure, you know, Nation of Islam does do some vetting and things like that, but I'm sure they've sent people amongst them because they got strong men. A pastor friend of mine told me. He said they started fellowshipping with a mosque where they were. And he said the men came in there and they were strong. And they showed strength. You know, and they ain't go around, oh, I'm beating on their chest, and then they just exuded strength. Strength came out for them. And he said you could see the men on their side, and you could see the women on their side, like admiring those men. But the men on that side were kind of like, kind of shook. Because they ain't used to being around strong men like that. The church, or Cirque, the goddess Cirque, in a lot of ways, she sissifies our men. Our men are kind of sissified. And a lot of men are coming from that background, coming into the awakening, after years and years of being in the church, 30 years in the church, 40 years in the church, come over here and be bringing them feminine type ways into this awakening. Running back and forth, talking behind. Man, come on, bruh. Be a man. If you got something you want to say to a brother, go be a man and go talk to him. That's what women do, that stuff. But sisters, don't let these brothers. I ain't trying to do it. I will say it again, my sisters. I love y'all. I've communicated with several of y'all. I love you. Several of the mothers, I love you. I got you in my mind right now, the different mothers, I love you. But I'm not trying to sit here and gain a following of just women, and so I can fill up my subscribers and YouTube channel. I love all you. I'm glad you subscribe, but if you decide not to hear what I'm saying, if you decide if you think I'm bashing women, you're not listening to what I'm not. But you are free you're free to unsubscribe. I don't care. And I'm talking about all women. I'm talking about no, when I just mentioned the mom, I'm talking about in my mind, I was thinking about mothers that I've communicated with, that I love. Their mothers, I love them. But my point is, I'm not trying to draw you into me and not tell you the truth. We both, men and women, got problems. But don't let these brothers sit here and act like the women don't have problems. The women got problems too. The men got problems, the women got problems. Anyway, my and I'm gonna finish the thought. As I was saying, if you're offended to the point that you don't want to listen or follow, I'm not here for subscribers. I didn't come to YouTube to fill up subscribers. You know, I came to obey the Most High, to get the word out. And of course, you want people to listen. You want people to hear what the Most High is saying, but I'm not here to gain a following. I'm not that dude. I'm not that person. I don't have that personality anyway. So I've always been mostly to myself. And I still love people. And guess what? If men want to reach out to me and we gather in fellowship, they'll bring their wives, I'm cool with it. I welcome anybody. Of course, my close friends are my close friends. That's my little, the people that I truly trust. It's gonna be a small group, but I still welcome I welcome my people, all my people. I'm not gonna try to keep you at arm's length to make sure. I want to make sure you. Nah, man. I ain't got no fear like that. And if you come to me playing little games, I'm gonna let you know, bro. Back up. But I ain't gonna be sitting there. We talking about nation building. We talking about coming together as a people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be pushing people away to try to be. I'm gonna protect myself. Of course, I'm gonna protect my family. Of course, I'm gonna watch who get very close to me. Of course, I'm gonna use discernment in all things. But we are people who the Most High is trying to awaken and build up a people, and I'm gonna be accepting of my people. And then when if a problem come up, I deal with each individual as it is. If the Most High speaks to me and say, not that person, if the Most High speaks to me and say, nope, not that person, keep them back, then it will have to be the Most High that does that. It would have to be the Most High, but I'm gonna welcome His people, and I have faith that His Malaki are with me, His angels are with me to protect me. But I'm gonna welcome the people. I'm gonna welcome the nation, and we'll let the Most High sort it out. You feeling me? All the rejects, just like Dawid, all the rejects, all those that are discontented. We can vibe together. We can chill. You know what I'm good. No, I ain't no thug. No, I ain't never been banging or nothing. But I play ball with guys like that. I talk to guys like that. I ain't afraid of guys like that. I can get along with anybody. If I can help another man be a better man, if another man can help me be a better man, let's do it. But the girly men, the cowards, the tacticians, the sneaky ones, ain't nobody got time for that. The subliminal message guys and all, ain't nobody got time for that. I don't. This time is too short. The awakening is too precious to be playing games with people. And don't let them play games with you. So anyway, verse 4, we in Luke chapter 4, verse 4. And it's a little dark and a little gloomy. It's a little rainy here today. It's a little different than yesterday, but so my eyes aren't My natural eyes aren't the best, so I might be squinting here a little bit. And he said, and Yesaiah answered and said, answered him saying, it is written that man should not live by bread alone, but by every word of TATA NZAMBI. And it says again, and the enemy, the devil, taking him up into a high mountain, showed unto him all the kings on the earth in a moment of time. And the enemy said unto him, all this power will I give you, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will I give it. And therefore, if you therefore worship me, all shall be yours. And Yesaiah answered him and said unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship Yahuwah your Elimo, and him alone, him only shall you serve. And you see again, the time of the 40-day fast, it's really a time of testing. You know, Moses was up on the mount receiving commandments. You know what I'm saying? He didn't eat. He was up there receiving commandments. He was in the presence of the Most High. And I'm sure that was a different type of, because he was in the presence of the Most High, he was being sustained even physically. You know, he was being sustained. But during the time where I was going through the 40 days and 40 nights, man, like, your mind start wondering. You wondering what the Most High, is he listening? You know, you think when he does speak and he's talking or whatever, he's showing you things, you thinking in your mind that it should be like just a continuation of that. But it don't always go like that. And I'm sure for everybody it's gonna be a little different. But in my experience, it's a time of testing. 40 days and 40 nights of fasting is a time of testing. And it's a time of your faith. You still having to use your faith. It ain't a time where you just automatically enter into the presence of the Most High. He just speaking. It don't go like that. He speaks, and then he hides himself. He speaks, and then he hides himself. And you be thinking, hold on, I'm fasting. I'm pouring all I got into this. You know, shouldn't it be a little bit more like, I need more of you. I need more of you. You want more. That's the point of you going into the fasting. The point I was going into the fasting is like to get closer, to get more, to purge myself of my sins, to purge myself of ways that are not like him. And for him to deliver me and make me to the person that he would have me to be. But the Most High has he does things the way he wants to do it. And all you can do is keep pressing. And there was times during it where I was like, well, you know, he spoke to me. If you know, he was speaking to me pretty. A few days in, he came pretty quick. He started giving me things for other people, giving me things for myself, sending confirmations from other countries of people I don't even know. But they watched my video, they reached out to my brother and sent the confirmation, and it was confirmation. I'm gonna go into detail about that later. I'm just kind of giving an overview of the 40 days, 40 nights, what it's about. And then, of course, I'm talking about other little things as they come to me. But I'm going to give a little bit of the testimonies in another video. Because I'm going to try to come back and just, you know, flow a little bit more about the things the Most High give me. And I'm going to try to, you know, ramp up the videos a little bit. Just a little bit. So hopefully, you know, it touches somebody and helps somebody, you know. Starting to see, like, when my brother Yanata, man, you telling me, you know, that's why I'm pushing you to do videos, bro, because you know, I'm seeing the testimonies of people being touched by his videos and saying, you know, how they came to the awakening. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I see what you mean. But if it was up to me, I would probably be like, okay, as I run into brothers on the streets, I talk to them. You know, on my job, I talk to them. My clients, I'm going to talk to them. But this is just another way, another platform to reach people all over the world. You never know who you gonna touch. You never know. You never know. Um, so it's a blessing in being obedient to the Most High. So, what I'm gonna do for the sake of time on the video. So we know about the temptations. The enemy came with the pride of life, the lust of the flesh. With the food, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, gain stature, position, the kingdoms. I offer you all the kingdoms. And for the sake of time, because if I go too long, this video over an hour and a half, it won't upload. So I got to find another app to figure out how to get that done. So he's coming at him in these things: lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, pride of life. Telling him, hey, look, tempt God, jump off, and he gonna give his angels charge over you. So he coming at him on all these things, and he said to him, get thee behind me. It is written, you should not tempt Yahuwah your Elimo. And he told him alone shall you worship. We just rebuking him. He told him, get behind me, get thee hence. And so it says after all the temptations, it says, okay, let me see. Verse 12. And Yesaiah answered and said unto him, it is said, you shall not tempt Yahuwah your Elimo, or Yehoah your Elimo. And it says, when Shaitani had ended all the temptation, he departed from him for a season. And it says, and Yesaiah returned in the power of the Spirit unto Galilee. Hallelujah. And there went out a fame of him through all the region round about. So when you come out the 40 days of fasting, that time of testing, the time of temptation, that's what mine was more like that. It wasn't like a Moses where I'm up there gathering, writing scripture. It wasn't like even Elijah when he was in the cave. And like I said, I'm going to touch on some of this more. Even when he was in the cave, he didn't, he was there battling his depression. He was there trying to find the voice of the Most High, So he was fed by Malaki. And I'm going to touch on something I had an experience with a Malaki. So, but it was in a dream or a vision. I couldn't tell. It seemed more like a dream though. And it was actually a female Malaki. But the enemy, in this case here with Yesaiah, so you might experience different things during that time of fasting and prayer. Of course, I'm going to just kind of go over mine. I'm going to try to help you to understand that, things might not go as you think they should during the fast. But the thing is to have faith in the Most High, to know that He hears you, and to know that it's worth it to keep pressing on once you fast, once you set the time, however long you're going to go. And hopefully this video can inspire others to go into their own 40 days, 40 nights fast. Preferably with no food. You're not supposed to go that long without water. But do water. You can do a little juice. Be led in that department because everybody's healthy, everybody's body is different. Your jobs are different. The things your daily life activity is different. So I had to go with the Most High the way out. And there'll be some people like who said it. So you had an energy drink? That ain't no real fast. And I already knew that. All the people gonna say that. Oh, you had energy drink? Cause you had a Gatorade? That ain't no real fast. I said, it's funny how the church be sitting talking about they doing a Daniel fast, eating vegetables. You eat the whole time getting full, and you say you fasting. That ain't no fast, man. Come on, man. But anyway, Anyway, I said, my fast was from food. And I made that clear. It was from food. And I wasn't drinking no meal replacement shakes, no protein shakes, none of that. The energy drink, the sugar that I did have, the Gatorade, the few energy drinks, it's because I work out here with clients and I work out with some of them, and I'm out here in the sun. We had 90-degree days. So I went into the fast knowing that I was going to have a few days where I did those things. And I said the amount that I used. I was just very few over that 40-day period. And if I hadn't, I probably would have passed out here because it was in the 20-something days. After like 20-something days, I got to the point where every time I stood up, I got lightheaded. Every time I stood up, I got lightheaded. Every time I stood up. All the way to the end of the fast. So if I hadn't, taken in those electrolytes and things, I probably would have. But this was personal between me and the Most High. So you always gonna have critics. And what I would tell them, I said, Negro, you try it. I said, you try it. You go 40 days without food then. So you never please men, You never please men. So that's why it was between me and the Most High. It was my sacrifice before the Most High, And you don't lose 45 pounds or so by having nourishment. That's what you're malnourished. That's why you're losing weight. So anyway, but it's a time of testing. It says here that the enemy left for a season. He departed Yesaiah for a season. That means he was coming back. He coming back. But I wanted to get closer to the Most High, and I feel like I have. I feel like He's awakened some things in me. He showed me some things, which I'm gonna get into that into another video. I'm gonna reveal some of the things He showed me. Spiritual things, according, about spiritual power, and these things. Things that nobody had to teach me. The Most High showed it to me. So everybody's journey is a little different, but it's for the people. It's for bringing our nation together. So I will get into that in another video. This is just to kind of tell you about the journey. I'll say the Most High is awesome. He's good. I didn't know if I was gonna make it through. I just said I'm gonna take it one day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time. And as I got stronger and stronger and stronger, and as He showed me things, it gave me faith to keep pressing. And so, hopefully, this encourages somebody to push in fasting and prayer, push. Hopefully, it encourages somebody to push, because everybody's needed in this time. Your gifts are needed. Your wisdom is needed. Everything that the Most High put in you, it's time for those things to be unlocked. It's time to be unlocked. It's time for our marriages to be healed. It's time for our relationships with one another to be healed. It's time for us to start trusting one another. It's time for us to get to a place where we're not fighting on videos, and assembly against assembly, camp against camp. I'm the man and you're not. Man, come. Okay. So hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. Hopefully y'all understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully it touches somebody. If it only touches one person, then they push themselves in fast, and they unlock something within them, and they can become a leader in this nation. A personality, they develop a person that what's in them, that personality that comes out, that's a leader, that can draw all type of people to them. That can draw even Gentiles who love the Most High. If that one person hears this and it inspires them to push, that's all that maybe that's all the Most High wanted to touch. If it's just that one, I'm fine with that. But so I had to break this down into two, of course, videos because of yesterday I kind of lost track of time. So if the continuity of this video seems to be off a little bit, please forgive me. Just take what you can from it. Take it before the Most High. I know somebody gonna be touched by something from it. Something, even if it just heard, okay, this brother did 40 days, 40 nights fasting. Well, if he did it, I can do it. I'm not the first one to do it. It's people. I saw video people doing this just to lose weight, and I said, man, they thought it was so important to lose weight, get those pounds off them, that they were willing to go 40 days and 40 nights without food. So you saying their love to get for getting the pounds off is greater than my love to seek the Most High? Nah, bro. I gotta keep pressing. I gotta keep pressing. I gotta keep pressing. I gotta keep pressing. If they inspired to lose that weight like that, why can't I be inspired to get closer to the Most High? Why? And guess what? I ain't dumb just because I did this, because I'm still in the flesh. But I want to operate more and more in the spirit. I want whatever he put in me to come forth. I want to fulfill all that he put in me. But I'm still in this flesh. But I can't let my sacrifice of 40 days and 40 nights go to waste. I can't let that go to waste. I can't let somebody come saying whatever they saying and steal it from me. I can't let family, I can't let nobody steal that from me. That was a big sacrifice for me. It was hard, it was tough. It was tough, and I'm gonna just let that go to waste over some no. And I will plead with the Most High from all my heart that my sacrifice before him don't be in vain. And I know it's not. It's not. It's not. He's already shown. He's already proven in the very beginning of my fast, the things he was showing me and speaking to me. It's not. It ain't in vain. Not at all. So I like to say Matondo. And I love all you, my Bantu family, my people of Isolele. I'll be coming back with some more videos, kind of explaining, going through some of the things the Most I spoke to me and showed during the fast. But this is mostly just kind of like an overview, and hopefully somebody got something from it. All praises to the Most High.